Hey guys, I saw Micah in the flesh for the first time in 10 years. He told me to meet him at Willow Creek Park, where we used to go as kids. Noon, no phones, no one else. I almost didn't go. That man with the weapon, the one who threatened me, said I wouldn't make it back, but I had to know, so I went. Micah was sitting on the swing, same one he used to launch off and pretend he could fly. He stood up when he saw me, and for a moment, we just stared at each other. 10 years gone, and yet it felt like yesterday. Then he hugged me. No words. Just a tight, desperate, I thought I'd never see you again hug. And I broke. I cried like I hadn't cried in a decade. When we finally sat down, I asked him everything. Why he left. Why he ran. What he meant when he said Mom isn't who you think she is. And he told me. He said the woman who raised us, the one we called Mom, was never supposed to keep us. She was part of something bigger, a private experimental program for children with uncommon potential. It started with our birth mother, Adrienne Cross. She was a researcher. She gave us up willingly, not because she didn't want us or as though you won't, but because we were part of her work. But something went wrong. Adrienne tried to pull us out of the program, and that's when she vanished. Micah found files hidden in the house, documents with our names, testing reports, surveillance logs. They had been watching us since we were babies. That's why he ran. He wasn't just trying to find Adrienne. He was trying to keep me safe. Then he stopped talking. His eyes darted to the tree line. They followed you, he whispered. We don't have much time. I looked around. The park seemed normal, but then I saw it. A black van, parked by the exit, 2 men in suits, sunglasses, earpieces. One of them was holding a tablet with a live feed of Micah and me sitting on that swing. Micah grabbed my hand. You have to choose, he said. Come with me now, or go back and pretend you never saw me. Because if you come with me, there's no going back. No home, no phone, no family. And then he said, but you'll finally know what happened to Adrienne, our mom. Guys, I stood there, staring at my twin brother, wondering what kind of life I was born into and what kind of life I was about to enter. And now I have to decide. What would you do? Would you go with Micah and risk everything for the truth, or walk away and protect the life you know? Comment down below, because if I leave with him, this might be the last time you guys hear from me and the last journal entry I ever write. Hello again, guys. If you're hearing this, it means I chose the truth. I ran with Micah. No plan, no backup, no looking back. We cut through the woods behind the park, hopped a fence, and sprinted until we couldn't breathe. Eventually we made it to an abandoned motel, somewhere off the grid. That's where he showed me everything. In a cracked leather bag, Micah had everything he'd been collecting for years. Photos of us as babies, hooked up to machines, journals from Adrienne Cross, our biological mother, detailing her research, government documents with our names, and an address labeled Project Reclamation. That was the real reason they wanted me to forget, the real reason Micah disappeared. We went to the address. It was an old shuttered hospital, windows broken, gates rusted shut. But as we crept inside, we found the last piece of the puzzle. In a back room, under a tarp, was a refrigerated storage unit. Inside, files, hundreds of files, all marked with names, some crossed out in red, some still active. My name was there. So was Micah's and Adrienne's. But Adrienne's file was marked Subject deceased, terminated at subject's request. Our mother didn't abandon us. She tried to save us, and when she realized she couldn't, she chose to die rather than let them use her against us. We barely made it out. The men in black, the same ones from the park, showed up minutes later, but we were already gone. Well, guys, I used to think knowing the truth would set me free, but the truth is heavier than any lie I was ever told. Micah and I are alive. We're free, but we're not safe. They think we're running scared, but we're not hiding anymore. This time, We're coming for them. If you've been with me through this story, thank you. Just remember, not every story ends with a happily ever after. Sometimes it ends with a war. Until next time, stay hidden and stay ready, my Hidden Reflection family.